if we came outside, literally where I'm at right now, I could kill you. I'm not saying I want to kill you or want to take you off this earth, but realistically, I would kill you if we fought. Hand-to-hand combat. So with all that being said, boxers, y'all gotta quit. Alright? Y'all will get your ass whooped by somebody that is. You know, Bud talking crazy, acting like he gonna, do something, in the streets, man. He gonna keep a switch. He gonna need a switch if he playing with me. We ain't finna do this in the streets. That was some good, deflection, He didn't really wanna answer what I really asked him, and that's to get that work. We can keep it out of the streets, we ain't gonna be playing like that. Don't nobody make it back home. Let's get in the ring.
Terence Crawford isn't laughing anymore. After UFC fighter Joaquin Buckley crossed the line by disrespecting Shakur Stevenson and threatening to kill them in a street fight, Crawford fired back with a warning that chilled the timeline. He's made it clear that this isn't about boxing skills or octagons, it's about survival. This isn't just a sports debate, it's a warning. And Crawford is letting everyone know that in the streets, there are no referees.
What's like the latest you could get into boxing? Like before it's too late?
I think it depends on your weight class. Cause like heavyweights, they can come in at a later age if they punching. Deontay Wilder came in late.
20.
20 years old coming in.
20 is like the latest,
How old were you?
5.
To understand how we got to threats of switches and ending people, we have to go back to the source. It all kicked off on a live stream with Aiden Ross just a couple of days ago. You had two of the best boxers on the planet, Terence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson, sitting there comfortably, laughing at the idea that any other combat sport could touch them.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Chilling.
Why are you so happy?
Cause I came to collect.
Oh my God, bro. So, I'm watching your fight. I'm status. He's like, where the is Aiden? You call me, you see me, the first thing you say to me, give my money. And I just feel like, bro, I feel like I should just scam, because what are you gonna do?
Hell nah.
He thought he was gonna give you
Scam who?
Him.
How?
Like, not pay you.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So,
We on stream, so we ain't doing nothing. I'm just gonna be like, man, that's crazy, Aiden. And all the people are gonna be like, man, Aiden, you're not a stand-up guy.
you know I'm joking, right? Look what I have in my pocket right here. Look, come on. Do you think, come on, bro. Come on, man. I lose a bet, we lose a bet. That's how we work, you know?
Hey, Aiden.
Yeah.
I gotta charge you interest because you didn't have it on the floor.
What? You think I have cash with me while we're going to a boxing match?
You were supposed to.
I asked if you had Zelle or crypto.
I don't got none of that. I got cash money.
You didn't say interest when we signed it.
We didn't sign nothing.
I know.
How much interest?
How much?
I say 5,000.
5,000.
What the f is this?
5,000.
He need 2,500.
For
you
sure.
bet against him?
For sure.
He
Well, I can't
need
believe you bet against me.
Yep. He need 2,500.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. T.O. will win the rematch, in my
He
opinion.
need 2,500.
Yo.
Come on, dude. He's
Bro. We can fight 10 times. He won't win one.
Cap. Come on, bro.
I'm
Out of
betting
10.
whatever.
The vibe was pure arrogance, the kind you earn when you're undefeated. Shakur Stevenson, never one to bite his tongue, started taking shots at UFC champion Ilia Topuria. Meanwhile, Crawford laid down the law, stating flat out that the UFC would never be better than boxing. It wasn't just an opinion, it was a dismissal. They treated mixed martial artists like second-class citizens in the fight game, laughing off the idea that a wrestler or a kicker could stand toe-to-toe with the sweet science. But they forgot that MMA fighters are listening, and they don't take kindly to being called inferior.
UFC as a whole?
Yo, I saw you say that. You gotta take that back.
What?
You say that the UFC is better than boxing.
It's true, and you know it's true.
It's not true.
Come on,
It's
even
not-
look, even he's smiling. Yo, come on, bro. You know, hey, yo.
Human experience is better. I think the human, going there and watching it is better than boxing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Going there and
I ain't
watching.
gonna lie, bro. MMA, yo, I ain't gonna
Kick
lie.
this. This nigga, ain't no way this nigga came with me right now. Hold on now, cuz.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, it's good
Nah,
though.
he good.
It's fun. It's fun. You know what it is, bro? When I was watching your and Tio's fight, I was obviously mad. That was biased, to be honest. That fight before was a good fight. Who's the dude from New York that fought?
Shushu.
Yeah, bro. I like him. He's cool. But again, like I think UFC's better than boxing. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great.
UFC would never be better than boxing.
At all. It ain't even close.
Ever.
The skill level is different.
All right, so like, hold on. Let me ask you guys a question. You don't think like John Jones would dominate in boxing? Honestly.
Hell no.
What?
Hell
okay, Ilia Topuria.
Tell him come fight me.
He's a crazy boxer, bro.
I don't care. Tell him come fight me.
Hold on a second. What about...
UFC is good for what they do, and we good for what we do.
That makes
You know
sense.
what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah, that makes sense.
you gotta think, if I can't whoop you with my hands, I can kick you, I can take you down.
True, it's different.
You know, it's a whole different mental capacity than just, you know, kicking, punching, and
You know, I will say you're right, because a lot of UFC fighters that do try to do boxing, they don't do well. But
same way
It would be the
with
same way.
it'd be the
boxing,
same way if it was
yeah.
reversed. Exactly.
Enter Joaquin Buckley. If you follow the UFC, you know Buckley isn't the type to let disrespect slide. He's a welterweight with heavy hands and a highlight reel that went viral globally. He saw that live stream, saw the laughter, and decided he wasn't going to let the boxers control the narrative.
Is this from
I can't do
Brad?
that. Yeah, I would love to.
Luis 808 donated $1.
Yes.
We live.
Would any of y'all box Ilia Topuria?
Yo, Ilia Topuria.
he too weird.
Who is that?
He's weird.
UFC fighter.
Is it US?
He's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
What weight he fight?
Sorry.
Featherweight?
No, he's not featherweight.
What weight he fight?
No, that's featherweight in the UFC though.
What is the weight?
Like 140, 130.
No. He's lightweight. He's lightweight. He's like 145. No, wait. Hold on. What is he, chat? He's not featherweight. Oh, so what is? Oh, hold on a second. So what's featherweight in?
127.
Yeah, no.
126.
Ilia's 155. I'm pretty sure. So what do you weigh?
I fight at 140 right now.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to see that. Cause all right, what did you guys think when like McGregor fought Floyd? What y'all think about that?
I thought McGregor did good, but I think Floyd let him look good.
Okay. What about you?
He carried him.
Okay.
But McGregor did do, you know what I mean, some good things in there.
Yeah, very true.
Floyd was trying to entertain y'all,
Yeah,
make it fun.
I get that.
Buckley didn't just post a tweet, he dropped a video that completely flipped the script. He went straight for the jugular, dismantling the boxer superiority myth piece by piece. His argument was simple but brutal. MMA fighters work harder. While boxers are perfecting two hands, UFC fighters are worrying about elbows, knees, chokes, and kicks. Buckley claimed that in any room, the MMA fighter is the hardest worker, simply because they have to survive in a world where danger comes from every angle. He wasn't just defending his sport, he was questioning the work ethic of the very men who claim to be kings.
But, no disrespect, you might be retired. I ain't asking to fight you in an actual ring, but let's just work. Let's just work. I feel like I don't get none of the respect that I feel that's warranted. Let me get some work with the so-called GOAT that's in the boxing. And let's see how I hold my own. Y'all seeing this, y'all share this, y'all like to send and clip stuff, send this to Bud. Come and work with an MMA dude. I know you still staying sharp. I know you still in the ring training. You might not box again like you said, because ain't no money that's gonna ever bring you back. But hey, don't allow your talents and your gifts to go to waste. Let me work with.
But Buckley didn't stop at a general defense of MMA. He turned his sights directly on Shakur Stevenson, and he echoed a sentiment that a lot of boxing fans have been whispering for years. He called Shakur a coward, though he used a much harsher four-letter word for it.
If we came outside, literally where I'm at right now, I could kill you. I'm not saying I want to kill you or want to take you off this earth, but realistically, I would kill you if we fought. Hand-to-hand combat. So with all that being said, boxers, y'all gotta quit. All right? Y'all will get your ass whooped by somebody that is a UFC fighter. Right? Hands down, y'all got them hands. Ooh, they sweet, they nice like that. But even if we do box, let's say that. Even if we do box, one thing that I know I can do to boxers, I can pressure y'all. Because a lot of y'all ain't got no heart. And a lot of guys respect y'all a little too much, and they allow y'all to just do what y'all do, which is outboxing. I can't box a boxer, but I can outfight a boxer all day. And it can easily be proven. Because I heard Shakur also say, Oh, hey, then let's fight then to Ilia Topuria. And I ain't gonna pick on the little dude because he little. I get his big bro though. But
He ripped into Shakur's defensive style, labeling it boring and safe. We all know Shakur is a technical genius, one of the hardest men to hit in history. But Buckley argued that this safety-first mindset is exactly why MMA is taking over. He compared Shakur to savages like Mike Tyson or Gervonta Tank Davis, fighters who stepped into the ring to hurt people, not just to score points. Buckley's point was sharp. Winning isn't enough if you're putting the audience to sleep. He claimed Shakur fights not to lose, while real fighters fight to finish. It was a critique that hit hard because it targeted Shakur's heart, not just his skill.
Shakur, I'm on you. Even though you beat Timo, right? All the stuff that Timo was talking, all that trash that he was doing, he's saying nigga, he throwing bananas at you and all that type of stuff, right? Yeah, you beat him, but you should have knocked his ass out cold. But because you worried about your little record, because you don't want to get embarrassed, you want to blame it on, oh, well, it's the art of boxing. Or, I just want to show my jab all night. You a hoe. You a hoe. You ain't want to go out there and put on your best performance. Like Sugar Ray Leonard back in the day would say, right? If I feel like somebody can't compete with me, I'm getting them up out of there. I might drag you out for a couple rounds. People that paid tickets, paid $1,000 to come and see me. So I might let it push for about 8 rounds. But then once I get tired of you, you out of there. And we ain't never seen that from a person like Shakur. So with that being said, stop disrespecting us, bro.
Then came the moment that escalated everything. Buckley moved the conversation out of the ring and into the streets. He looked into the camera and said, with zero hesitation, that if they met outside, he would end them.
If we came outside, literally where I'm at right now, I could kill you. I'm not saying I want to kill you or want to take you off this earth, but realistically, I would kill you if we fought. Hand-to-hand combat. So with all that being said, boxers, y'all gotta quit. All right? Y'all will get your ass whooped by somebody that is a UFC fighter. Right?
He wasn't talking about a knockout. He was talking about a permanent conclusion. His logic was terrifyingly sound. In a boxing match, a referee breaks you up. In a street fight, a boxer has no defense against a double-leg takedown or a chokehold. Buckley claimed that realistically, without gloves and rules, he could do whatever he wanted to a boxer. He painted a graphic picture of the difference between a sport with rules and hand-to-hand combat where one man has more tools than the other. It was a direct challenge to the boxer's manhood, implying that their toughness is an illusion that only exists when a referee is watching.
Y'all boxers are so disrespectful to us athletes, bro, in the UFC. And I understand we don't get paid like y'all, we don't get money like y'all, but I tell you right now, we outwork every single boxer in the room. Hands down, that's just the truth. That is just the truth. Are y'all skilled at what y'all do? Exactly. That right hand and that left hand is, it's a problem. But at the same time, that's all y'all gotta work. You guys don't have to learn different parts of the body and train certain parts of the body to make sure that you're strong in all positions. See, the thing about boxing is, it's easy to be defensive because all you got to do is worry about 2 hands. But it's harder to be offensive to try to get the knockout. So when people get a lot of knockouts like Gervonta or like Deontay Wilder at the time, you know what I mean? Or who another good name? Canelo or Triple G, right? They are very proficient on how to find their shots and set up their shots, right? That's why I got to give them a lot of respect. But at the same time, when you're a person like Shakur, when you're a person like Bud, when you're a person like Andre Ward, no disrespect to them, they're more emphasized on defense.
Most boxers would respond to this by bragging about their knockout power or their street credentials. But Terence Crawford is different. He didn't post a video hitting a heavy bag. He didn't offer to meet Buckley in the octagon. He went to X, formerly Twitter, and dropped a response that chilled the entire timeline. Crawford basically asked, "Who fights with hands anymore?" He dismissed the entire fantasy of a street brawl by bringing up the dark reality of modern violence. He mentioned switches, a reference to modifiers that turn handguns into fully automatic weapons. In Crawford's world, nobody is squaring up for a fair fight in the street. If you have a problem with someone, it doesn't end with a takedown. It ends with ballistics. It was a stark, cold reminder that while Buckley plays a sport that simulates a fight to the death, Crawford comes from an environment where people don't play at all. Crawford doubled down on this dark humor by calling himself old and retired. He tweeted that he's too old to be fighting in the streets, especially if he doesn't have the advantage. Don't let the self-deprecation fool you. When a fighter as dangerous as Crawford says he's scary because he won't fight without an advantage, he's telling you exactly who he is. He's admitting that he has no interest in honor or fairness outside the ring. If you come for him in the street, he's not going to box you. He's going to survive by any means necessary. It completely undercut Buckley's tough guy act. Buckley was talking about a regulated street fight, a fantasy where two men agree to throw hands. Crawford was talking about war. It made the MMA fighter's threats sound almost naive in comparison.
You know, Bud talking crazy, acting like he gonna, do something, in the streets, man. He gonna keep a switch. He gonna need a switch if he playing with me. We ain't finna do this in the streets. That was some good, deflection, He didn't really wanna answer what I really asked him, and that's to get that work. We can keep it out of the streets, we ain't gonna be playing like that. Don't nobody make it back home. Let's get in the ring. Let's spar. You already know you be out in Vegas a lot of times. You spar up at the Apex, you work up at the Apex. I think it'd be fun. I think the whole world would love to watch. We can go live, we can have some fun with it. I know you still train just for the lifestyle. I know you still spar, I know you still get that work in. I know you still train. I see Shakur, he thinks something funny. But at the end of the day, right, let's find out. Because I'm dead serious about that. It's real cute that you talking about, what happened to tough guys on the street. But at the end of the day, man, we in the toughest sport in the world, right? And that's combat sports. So let's see who the best fighter. I ain't street certified. I'm telling y'all that right now, And I heard Bud got popped.
So, where does this leave us? We have a UFC fighter begging for a sparring session to prove a point, and a boxing legend telling him that the street has no rules. Buckley wants to prove that MMA skills are superior in a real fight, but Crawford is reminding everyone that a real fight in 2026 often involves things much louder than fists.
This is an open invitation to Bud Crawford. Let's do it at the Apex. I'm gonna try to make my way down to Vegas March 7th. Let's do it then. But I know a lot of guys, when I get out there, it's gonna be all that talking. Oh man, you talking crazy. You said you gonna try to kill Shakur. Like, no, I just gave an example. If we was to fight in the streets and it's 1-on-1, exactly what would happen. I do see myself transitioning over to boxing. Said fight, then in MMA. Nah, they not gonna do it. Y'all know a lot of boxers will never do it. And it ain't because of the money. It'll be too big of a risk. Like I said, March 7th, I'll be out there at the Apex. In Detroit, I'll be out there as well for Clarissa fight, February 22nd. So I'm gonna see y'all out.
It's a clash of cultures. The disciplined, chaotic violence of the octagon versus the cold, hard reality of the streets. Buckley might be right. In a fair fight, a boxer is in trouble against a grappler. But as Crawford pointed out, who said anything about fighting fair? This feud has exposed the gap between sport and survival, and it doesn't look like either side is backing down anytime soon. But let me know what you think. In a true street scenario, does the MMA fighter win, or does the street reality make fighting skills irrelevant? Let's argue in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.